Hello YouTube, this is Greg. Thanks for stopping by. Today I wanted to talk about some of my favorite edge tools over the years. And here are the ones with handles. See if I can get a little closer. First one I ever had, my grandfather gave to me the year after he gave me my first folding knife by Barlow, actually by J. Robeson, much to the chagrin of my mother, his wife, my gran. This one is from the Mann Edge Tool Company, but it looks remarkably similar to the Hudson Bay pattern from O.H. Norland. Handle's a little different. The receipt in the box on this one said 1965. I don't think Norland was around maybe till a couple of years later. My first Boy's axe was an O.H. Norland, another Hudson Bay pattern. Over the years, when I found Norlands in various shops, I've gotten camper's axe, double-bitted cruiser. This one is an odd one. Double bit, 18-inch handle. It's tiny, razor sharp. Similar to its big brother, it has asymmetrical geometry. One edge is shorter and thicker, one is longer and has a more shallow angle to both the bit and the grind. When I joined the Boy Scouts, what I really wanted was this one. It was made by Plum, had the fleur-de-lis and stamped on it, and Ferris Brothers up the street had them. They're relatively new in 1965 to the Boy Scouts, and I wanted one more than I could describe, but couldn't afford them. However, they had two of these Bridgeports from the 30s, and I offered them $5 for both of them. Brought them back, gave one to my grandfather. We pulled the scales off them. Originally, this one was painted forest green, red handles, and the dark part there in between, it had a yellow painting of the logo of the Boy Scouts of America, the Boy Scout fleur-de-lis stamped on it. We pulled the scales off of it, stripped the red paint off of them, epoxied them back, stripped the paint off the full tang handle, put a patina on it with hot vinegar, and dressed the blades, and they looked much nicer than the ones the Ferris Brothers sold me for $5. And I did actually take some delight in going on camping events with their restored older ones, even though it took me years before I found one of these in a pawn shop. This, another pawn shop find, was the Boy Scouts of America Plum axe. And outside of putting an edge on it, I've never used it. Almost as soon as I had it in the late 60s, early 70s, compared to the feel and geometry of this one, it was just uncomfortable. And so my go-to axe for 50 years has been this Norland, I think they called it a boy's axe. That's what my grandpa called it. The twin brother to the Norland double bit is this little Plum razor sharp. I have used this some. This is on the end here is a Council Tool splitting axe that I just use out at the log pile. It's actually about a year old. I had not heard about Council Tools until I found some old ones, some bits in junk stores and yard sales and stuff. So I have a couple of them. I actually have two Norland bits that look similar to this. One is 2.5 pounds, one is 3.5 pounds, and I have yet to put a handle on them. I'm looking around for the right kind of bent 36-inch hickory handle with decent grain, and until then I'll just let the heads sit in my workshop. I should have put them out here anyway. One of them is actually in a vinegar bath trying to get the rust off of it. But these are the axes I've had over the years. My first one, very Norland-esque looking, by the Mann Edge Tool Company. Another one that we got later from Mr. Carson's pawn shop in Pensacola. Bought it new, put an edge on it. Really didn't use it a whole lot because this was my go-to hatchet. Next axe that my grandfather gave me when I was 7 again, much to the chagrin of my mom and his wife, my gran. And then added insult to injury by bringing me to the kitchen table to show me how to dress the edge so you could shave and slice newsprint with it. Another Carson pawn shop find, new. Uh, Mr. Carson in Pensacola on, I think, Pace Boulevard had a new stock of axes, tools that he liked. He was a musician. He sold drum heads, guitar strings, drumsticks, double bit cruiser Norland. Wow, this little oddity. It has a great sheath. Love to take it out in the woods. Uh, Incredibly sharp. Carved a lot of spoons and bowls and stuff with it. Um, the axes that I typically took out in the woods were probably this one and that one and my little hatchet. And my truck hatchet is my grandfather's Bridgeport from the 30s. So I have two of these. So anyway, thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed my collection of bladed tools with wooden handles on them. Look forward to seeing you another time with another video. Thanks.